This is Cosmos's Promise, Book 4 in the Cosmos's Gateway series, written by S. E. Smith, performed by Suzanne Elise Freeman. Chapter 1. Rita, run those numbers again for me and send it to my tablet, Cosmos said distractedly as he reached up for the cup of coffee he had set on top of the file cabinet. He took a huge gulp before he grimaced. It was not only ice cold, it tasted like shit. He must have forgotten to make a new batch last night, or was it this morning? He gave a blurry-eyed look at the watch on his wrist before he gave a command for it to just tell him the time. His eyes were so tired he couldn't even read the damn thing anymore. Rita, on second thought, just tell me what it says. Cosmos called out to the computer system he and Tilly Bell, the mom of his best friend Tink, had designed. Well, he had designed the supercomputer, but Tilly had hacked into it one weekend when she was visiting her youngest daughter, Jasmine Tinker Bell. Tilly had uploaded into his Novad computer system an experimental artificial intelligence program she had designed. The program, named Rita, soon took over his entire system, learning and developing at an exponential rate to the point he just thought of it as another pain in his ass when she gave him attitude. Rita stood for Really Intelligent Technical Assistant. Cosmos had called her a few other things. After taking cold showers for almost a month in the middle of a Maine winter, he had learned to keep his less-than-ideal thoughts to himself. Tink's parents, Tilly and Angus Bell, had practically adopted him when he and Tink met a little over 4 years ago while they were all camping at a campground not far from Calais, Maine. He and Tink had clicked, their minds and personalities made for the perfect balance of acceptance and respect. While he had hoped at one point that it might develop into something else, he realized that he would always see Tink as the little sister he never had. She had become not only the sister figure, but his best friend. He found he could talk to her about anything. Her knowledge and ingenuity with motors and power generators blew him away, and she loved to listen to his newest crazy ideas. When Tilly and Angus decided to move on when Tink was 18, she decided to stay. She moved into the 3rd floor of the warehouse, and a comfortable companionship had developed. All of that changed a few months back when he needed help with his current project, a gateway portal. He had been working on opening a doorway between 2 places on Earth, not 2 places between star systems. He had asked Tink to work on the generators. He needed more power. He had planned to be there, but was called away to Chicago to meet up with his parents. A shudder went through him as he remembered that morning when he arrived back unexpectedly. Fortunately for Tink and him, his parents canceled out on him at the last minute. He didn't even want to think what could have happened if they hadn't. Hell, he thought. Who am I kidding? Look at what's still happened. The Gateway had been a huge success, at least from a scientific viewpoint. From a personal one, it was a disaster. His once quiet home was now crawling with aliens from another world. Correction, prime warriors from Baade, he silently corrected himself. Now, one of them was missing, 2 of them were out there somewhere looking for their mates, and another one was about to drive him out of his mind. The male that was missing and the 2 warriors running loose he could handle. The female who was currently sleeping in Tink's former bedroom was totally another matter. He briefly closed his eyes and breathed deeply, trying to drive the image of the beautiful alien female out of his mind. None of the techniques he used to help him remain focused were working, at least not with her. Grumbling under his breath, Cosmos walked over to the small kitchenette area he had built into his lab and poured the remaining brew of coffee down the drain. He didn't care what anyone said. Cowboy coffee tasted like shit. He quickly made another pot, breathing in the fragrant aroma as it ground the fresh Kopi Luwak beans he special ordered. He didn't give a damn about the origin of the beans. It was the jolt from these particular beans
Sample complete. Ready to continue?